I've had 2 kidney transplants, and this is part 2 of my story. When I was born, the doctors told my parents that I would have to have a transplant by the time I was 7 months old. But as I said before, I believe that the prayers of many were following me, and I was actually 7 years old before the time became dire enough that I had to have a transplant. My body was small, and my native kidneys were filled with cysts and were very large. So I had to have a bilateral double nephrectomy first to make room for the transplanted kidney. Between the surgeries, in order to let me recover a little, I had to be on dialysis for about 5 months. I had peritoneal dialysis, and I had a tube hanging out of my stomach where I was connected to the machine every night. What I remember the most about that time was that it was very painful, and my mom would give me a towel to hold against my abdomen to try to make the pain a little more bearable. But thankfully, the pain only lasted the first few minutes of dialysis, and then I slept fine through the night. During the day, I would just roll up my tube and tape it to my stomach and go about life as normal. I had no urine output during the time that I was on dialysis because there were no kidneys at all in my body. My mom did many things to help me cope during this time, and one of them was that I had a Cabbage Patch doll who had scars just like mine, and we created a little dialysis machine out of a box, and each night I would hook my doll up. I also had another doll that was a rag doll, and I drew veins on her arms and ankles. And I had, when you buy a single flower from the store and it's got that little bottom of it for the water, and I had a red thread and a needle, and I would draw my rag doll's blood just like I was used to having labs on a regular basis. That helped me a lot to cope with the abnormality of what was just very normal to me.